played Ultima Online all weekend. Oh. I accidentally timed my 3-month sub so it would expire during September! Produce of the... Time. Seiko, Necro, Eagle, welcome. You only need a sub one time, keep it forever. That is no longer the case. If you're referring to the set of emotes provided by the Jesse Cox. Yes. From now on, you have to resubscribe. They basically... he had like this long, like, winding fight with Twitch where they were like, can you stop doing that? And he was like, why? No, I don't wanna. And they're like, could you do that? Because then you can have gift subs. And he's like, why not have it so I can have gift subs? Because no, you gotta turn it off. And he's like, well, I want people to keep their emotes because I said that they'd have it so they can keep it. And they're like, okay, make a new account. And he was like, excuse me? I'm not gonna make a new account. So, I think last year, one night, he was like, hey guys, if you're on the edge, if you're ever on like the edge about subscribing to me to have those emotes forever, now might be a good time. I don't know why I'm saying that, I just am. And then like the next day, he was like, everybody who was previously subscribed is gonna keep it forever, but from now on, it's a monthly thing. No, he fought very hard to make sure that you would keep those, Necro. You and I have them. Hi, Mikey. Welcome. It's a valuable option right there. I think it was also only $3. I think Twitch allowed you to have those settings where it's like it can be cheaper and also like permanent. And he picked both, and he was the last person to have both. Never seen his stream, just like the emotes. He's an entertaining enough guy. I have a spoiler-related question to Ace Attorney. Okay. Will Mia be present today? I'm like 90% sure she's already in the courtroom. So, yes. In the like 8-year-old's outfit, which is, why? Why is it written so that Maya will never be the host again? At least like, it made me uncomfortable. But like, if you get the bad ending, I'm gonna make fun of you, because there's no way you could get it if you're not purposely trying. So what you're telling me is that I can present the fact that she tried to kill herself without getting the bad ending? Or are they gonna put so many warnings in front of that opportunity that I will be accosted to not do it? Because I'm 100% certain that that is the turning point. Smile. You can get a bad ending. There are achievements for the good and bad ending to this game, in this case. I mean, is this the last case? It is the 4th one. Dear God. Well. Alright. Kappa, are you saying there's gonna be a hold it? Not gonna have to deal with? You have saves, so for this version in particular, bad ending's not a problem. But did The 3DS version does not have that perk. What the fuck? Why would they have you run through this without the what? What the fuck? I'll be in the shadows. No, Mikey, I need you. So how do I summon you like you're May? Like I'm like, come on, Mikey. What am I supposed to do here? Please shout it at me. And be like, you aren't thinking hard enough. Think outside the box. And I go, wait. You go back to the trial intermission start? That's fucked. Especially in this one. In the previous one, I'd be like, oh, okay, that's fair. This one, that's fucked. That's messed up. Holy shit, I'm huge. How long is Starfield? I don't think it's beatable at this time. It's like a, well, I mean, it is beatable. Let me clarify. It's a long game. Does it have modding support? It's a Bethesda game. Well, the version I'm playing have modding support is the real question. I don't know, because it's off Game Pass. They allegedly had a streak where they're like, you can mod our games on the Game Pass. We'll see what happens. There is like a custom NEI file. I've looked into it. There is no FOV slider. You have to make a file. Make one. To demand that it gives you an FOV that doesn't make you puke. Cool. Good start. But they don't have like a script extender. But I mean, keep in mind that technically the game is in early release, as it were. And it comes out in 2 days. So, anyway. Dude, I can't believe that
Dude, I can't believe that Adrian. No way. Not cool. And collected Adrian Andrews.
She's your manager. It would have been very easy for her to pull this off. The only person with easy access to the knife you used at dinner was, well, her.
So after the ceremony during the break, huh? I was sleeping like a log the entire time.
See, she could have also easily planted that blood-covered button into your Hakama.
Because she was the one that came to wake me up?
I should get that game then. I missed out on all these sexy Skyrim mods. Well, again, it's very early. I have, unfortunately, no doubt that that level of moddage will be applicable with Starfield. But, it's not present. Yeah, I also disagree with the Starfield hate. I don't know why people would hate it. It's like, what did you think it was? What are you expecting? You're in space. And it's a Bethesda game. And I've seen people play it and it looks like it's a Bethesda game. And you're in space. Like, I'm not disappointed. Yeah. Dude, but are you awake? Are you aware? The, like, last 4 Bethesda titles out of the box are, like, fine. And then in a year or two, it's one of the most incredible experiences you can have. That's an exaggeration, but I breeze. Like, modding their games is, like, half of the gameplay. That's the thing that comes with time. So I don't get it either. I'm excited for the inevitable Star Wars stuff. Like, that's, like, purely inevitable. Some nerd's gonna make it within, like, 3 months. But looking for it, I can see they've made improvements. The second half was Gumshoe getting berated for being terrible at his job, Oldbag being Oldbag, and a knife being presented, like, 5 times. Well, that's true. What did you last see, Seiko? What are you confused about? What have you not seen? Let me clarify. What have you last seen? Yeah, tell me what you don't know. No, what have you last seen? Stable Skyrim with mods was a good game. I enjoyed it. That's what I'm saying. Like, Skyrim is way better with mods. Skyrim itself, you can enjoy for like 10 hours. that it ran best in the Windows 10 version where I no longer had interest in the game. Give us your testimony. I was here to Wordle. What did you last know about the case? Do I have to explain the whole case? I have Skyrim VR. Quick, download those mods. You'll leave the stream down. No. That's gonna be inevitability, I feel. Starfield VR. Play on my old PC and I would use a door. It would take 40 seconds. This one is provided the Wordle word for 831. She was not present. And liberty is limited, Your Honor. Okay. Do you know who this is? Do you know who we're looking at? Do I just need to tell you the whole case? I'll do it. I just want to know.
Dan. Dude, you're saying it really was her?
Anime boy. Well, do you know? Like beyond like the hee funny voice? Do you know? Okay. All right. Framed by Dakilla. Not. Maybe. I doubt it. Okay. So, first and foremost, Maya has been kidnapped by a Dakilla. Unfortunately, we do not have a profile for Dakilla. I wish I could just point at a radio. Now, the demands are that we clear the name of Matt on Guard, who allegedly has not himself killed Juan Corrida, John Cumshot. Now, so far in court, we are. I remember Dakilla said on Guard was being framed. Yes, framed in general. And we're claiming it's done by Adrian Andrews, but I don't fully believe it. I'm actually impartial to believe that On Guard is involved with this murder, whether it be hiring somebody or not. And Dakilla could be Matt On Guard, or at least related to On Guard. Now, Von Karma was shot in the shoulder, and she's actually getting it healed instead of going on vacation, which means we are now currently up against Edgeworth in court, who has miraculously reappeared, going, "Hey, buddy." Right. And we have meandered our way into saying, yeah, Adrian Andrews put on the outfit, walked across the hotel lobby, and murdered this guy. That's Regina. Alright, anyway. Now, Phoenix thinks it was Adrian. I don't think it was Adrian, but we have to pin it on Adrian. I don't know. This is complicated. It smells. It stinks. Right? Like, you think On Guard was set up. And I think Andrews was set up. Yes. She is the real killer, not the killer, though. Anyway. She was the one who murdered Juan Corrida.
But why? I thought she was buds with Juan.
She has her own agenda.
Her own agenda? What are you talking about?
I'm sure you'll see by the time this trial's over.
It'll be alright. I'll get you acquitted by the end of today.
Get me a verdict that's refreshing like a spring breeze, okay, Mr. Lawyer did? See, there it is. There you go, Eagle. Phoenix. You think her motives are related to Celeste Unpak's missing suicide note, right?
Yes.
Miss Andrews depended on Miss Impox as her strength and reason to live. But then Miss Impox suddenly killed herself. It sounds like she left the suicide note, and the person thought to have hidden it is Juan Corrida, the victim of this murder. And that's why I think Miss Andrews got close to Mr. Corrida. All to get the suicide note back. That sounds plausible, but one thing bothers me. Oh, what? Who was it that first told us about the relationship? Better stated, Miss Andrews' dependency issues with regards to Miss Impox? Miles? Yeah, Edgeworth. Looks like he's still the one in command of this ship. Don't let your guard down yet. What are you trying to imply? The lady killed herself. That's why the lady cares about cum shot. Yeah.
Alright, court will now reconvene. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you please.
The prosecution calls the witness subpoenaed by this court, Miss Adrian Andrews, the person who discovered the crime in Mr. Juan Corrida's room. No, not dick cum shot. No, that's not. No. What is your occupation? I am the manager of the defendant in this case, Mr. Matt on guard.
I see. Now then.
Before I begin, Your Honor, I have one request.
Yes, sure. What is it?
I'm sure everyone in this room is wondering the same thing. I would love to find out more about my relationship with the victim. After all, it was the topic of a certain weekly magazine recently.
Yeah, all right. I know what you mean. I've never heard of Gossipland.
The judge was there for prosecution when they seemed to do all my work for me. Anyway, I was wondering if you could please tell us about your relationship with the victim? Yes, I was seeing Mr. Corrida. Also aware of the rivalry that existed between Matt and Juan. But this is a private matter between Juan and myself. Is Miss Andrews the killer? I'm confused. Why does she have the card? She said she found it in her bag, but I kind of feel like that's bullshit.
There was a fry and bait matter. Or was it a bait and fry? Or reminds me of fishing.
But I didn't kill him. No one is accusing you of that. I think there's someone who would beg to differ.
The killer. Yeah, that's what it is. I think we understand your relationship with the victim now, Miss Andrews.
Well then, witness, please testify to the court about what happened when you discovered the murder that had taken place. Missy versus Blue Eye. She's an epic duelist. Dude, I don't get sent to the shadow room. It's time for the show to start, so I went to get Matt from his room. After that, I went to Juan's room. And there was his dead body. I was in shock. What I saw was, naturally, the exact same scene as in the crime scene photo. I felt as though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice. Really?
You poured yourself a glass of juice and then walked back over to the body, went, "Oh fuck," and put it down? That's fucking weird.
Yeah, sadly I didn't remember to touch things at the scene of the crime. Not to touch things. And I disturbed the crime scene by moving this one thing. And that is when the fingerprints on the wine glass were made, Your Honor.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Phoenix. She's one cool and collected customer, and she has the brains to match. Yes. I noticed. In order to catch a person like her, you have to avoid head-on confrontations. You should disrupt her pacing. Disrupt her pacing. She's the type of woman who is easily thrown off by things inconsistent with her thinking. So you have to attack when she least expects it. Yeah, so that's when I put it. Hey! Sorry, did that scare? Was that loud? I'm sorry, did that scare you? That was loud, wasn't it? Well, I attacked when you least expected. The instant you let up on your offense is the instant this trial is over. Understand?
Oh, is that young man?
I yelled. Where's a glass of anything? A killer. Boom! And what was Mr. On Guard doing at the time? He was taking a nap. He was worn out from his many performances as the Nickel Samurai during the ceremony. Mr. Guard did say he was taking a nap. And I guess you could say it could have not been taken out of his room. Yes? Excuse me? It? What are you? Right. I thought years of school taught you how to construct a sentence. If you can't make a sensible sentence with a subject, then I'll make one for you. Watch. Did you, Miss Andrews, remove Mr. Ongod's knife from his room? Now. Subject, verb, object, right? Did you skip basic grammar? The witness may continue. Jesus Christ! Did he take a vacation to learn? Alright, and why did you do that? As a friendly gesture, Juan was to make an appearance with the other heroes.
So the show's supposed to be a show of friendship, huh?
Is that the only reason? I beg your pardon? What are you implying? Oh, you had a certain goal in mind when you started to get close to him, correct? So perhaps you had a more personal matter to discuss with the victim? Sorry, but I didn't have any such intentions in mind at that time.
Can't get her to talk about a strong piece of evidence, I guess.
May we continue now? Witness, what did you see when you got to his room? You were in shock. What? Was I not supposed to be?
Miss Andrews is a very calculating person. Despite how close they were, I doubt she had romantic feelings for Miss Garita.
Anyone randomly stumbling upon a dead body would be in shock. And you can't seriously expect that a young beauty like her would not be shocked?
Somehow, I don't think beauty has anything to do with it being shocked or not. Also, why are you calling her a beauty, you fucking... I see.
You saw us naturally. This is the photo you're referring to, correct?
Yes, the one with the knife lodged in his chest.
And the guitar case was like this too?
Yes, it was open and empty, of course.
And then, what did you do next, witness?
I felt as though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice.
Fuck.
Weren't you earlier she would not crack so easily? The only way to make her is to keep on the offensive and not let up. The only way you're gonna catch her is with something very strong, decisive evidence.
Okay. I meant to press here. I think I'd present the guitar case, but juice?
Yes, there's a bottle of tomato juice on the table, so I help myself.
But you didn't drink any of it, did you?
Huh?
There were no lip marks left in this wine glass to just that anyone drank from it?
I wasn't feeling terribly great, so I set the glass down without drinking it.
Miss Andrews, I would like to confirm with you one more time. When you discovered the dead body of Juan Carita, you were in great shock? And that's when you poured yourself the glass of juice, correct?
And what of it? My mind really was a complete blank at the time.
Edgeworth is in the blondes with glasses. Phoenix, take notes. Your mind was a complete blank? I didn't think that was possible for you.
Aren't you rude today? I was so dazed that I made one careless mistake. That one thing.
What one thing?
Never mind. It's no big deal.
What she's trying to say just now? Yeah, press it. Excuse me. Unless this is the bait! Miss Andrews, I'm convinced that, as you said, you made a mistake at the scene of the crime. What I really want to know is what this mistake was. Actually, so would I.
I'm sorry. It's kind of embarrassing. When I set the glass down on the dresser, I accidentally knocked the flower vase over.
No, what? Excuse me? A flower vase? Are you talking about the one on the floor in the crime photo? This mess of glass shards?
It was usually on top of the dresser, but when I bumped into it with my elbow, it fell onto the guitar case.
Why did you withhold such an important piece of information?
I'm sorry. I thought that since the crime scene was already in disarray, that people would simply assume the vase is just another part of the mess.
Oh, it looks like yet another fact has come to light here. Please add this and anything else you have to reveal to your testimony.
I'm sorry, but I have nothing more to add. I didn't touch anything else.
So then why was it open? It fell onto the guitar case. Excuse me. You testified that you knocked the flower vase over. Is this correct?
Yeah.
And are you sure that fell into the guitar case?
Is there a problem with what I said?
It's not some problem. It's a major problem. It's true that the top of the guitar case is wet with water. However, that's exactly what is so strange. Miss Andrews, you testified that the vase fell into the guitar case. However, if that was true, the case should have gone wet on the inside, not the outside. Well, that's very true. Furthermore, there's one other strange thing about this guitar case. And what is that? Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. The remains of the vase are scattered on the floor. And what's wrong with that? If the guitar case was open when the vase fell, the glass shard should be inside, not outside the case. What is your point, Wright?
that the case was closed at the time the vase was knocked over? Is that all? No. Getting back to what Miss Andrews testified to. She said that other than the vase, she didn't touch anything else.
Yeah, that's right. She did implicitly say she didn't touch the guitar case.
But this whole other matter with the guitar case is a dead end. The bright red guitar was found in the studio.
There's no bearing on this case at all.
That may very well be. However, the empty guitar case does seem to have no relation to this case, doesn't it?
No. It seems that there's no deeper meaning to the guitar case. Well, Mr. Wright, do you think we need to hear more details about the guitar case?
Nah, dude. Let her testify. Come on.
The guitar case is vital.
It always is. Crucial piece of evidence. I can't believe anyone would reach for straws like this, but it is you. Can't believe I'm doing this either.
All right, not far wrong. For now, Miss Andrews, please testify for the court about the guitar case.
Yes, Your Honor. Someone suffering dehydration, she's clearly insane. I don't remember too clearly because I was a bit dazed. I suppose I must have opened the guitar case after I knocked the vase over. It's not a big deal though, right? The case was empty after all. As for why I opened the case, even I don't know.
Even you don't know. That is the weakest shit.
This was a very important point. This wastefulness is such a familiar feeling by now that it's almost comforting. Anyway, I'll just go ahead and start the cross-examination. Using any way to change the topic. A convenient escape for a weak man.
What the fuck, Edgeworth? What did you... You want me to roast you back? Like what?
During your testimony just now, did you remember those events clearly in your mind? Well, you see... Are you sure you're the one who opened the guitar case? She's waiting for someone to tell her if she should answer or not. Sounds like her independent side is taking over.
Well, Miss Andrews?
Yes, it was me. So, you opened the guitar case then? Yeah, well, maybe. Maybe? Why did you open the guitar case? Huh? Mr. Carita's dead body was right there in front of you, wasn't it? I would think that the first thing you would do is call for help, not open a guitar case. As the witness has said multiple times, when she found the dead body, she was dazed. Maybe I was curious to know if the bright red guitar was alright or not. I thought maybe the criminal took it. Why would she care about the bright red guitar? There's a dead fucking body. But getting back on topic. Was it really empty? I was just wondering if maybe when you opened the case, the guitar was still inside. How long have you been a lawyer, Mr. Wright? Have a little professionalism. The bright red guitar was found at the studio. These trials would be over in half the time if you just pay attention.
Oh yes, pay more attention, Mr. Wright.
Sorry. Was it because you were shocked and dazed at discovering the victim's body? Yes, that's probably it. Probably. I'm not gonna get anywhere if I continue pressing her like this. The only way to make her talk is with evidence. I guess I should give it a try. Come on, Phoenix. Can't afford to let up on her now. Wasn't planning on letting up, but she's at her weakest now, so this is our chance. Yeah, we had a weapon to hit her with. I'm sure a weapon's hiding somewhere in the court record, waiting to be found. I feel like this is the thing of note. Okay, why aren't your fingerprints on it? There's no way you're the one who opened the guitar case. Why would you say that? What's elementary, my dear? Because the only fingerprints on this guitar case are those of the victim. Ah.
Oh, where is it, Miss Andrews?
I wore gloves that had his fingerprints. Saw a dead guy, poured herself a glass of juice, knocked over her face, and opened a guitar case before getting some help.
Yeah. You shouldn't assume that I must have left prints just because I touched the case.
Oh, what do you mean?
What if I were to tell you that I was wearing gloves at the time?
What? Are you stupid?
Gloves? But why would you be wearing gloves at the time?
It's the night of the award ceremony, so of course I dressed up for the occasion. Yes, now I remember. I'm almost sure I was wearing a pair of thin gloves.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, it seems the witness was wearing gloves to the scene of the crime.
That's strange. That's fucking weird. You're wearing gloves? Isn't that a little strange?
Why is that strange? Do you have something that would prove I was not wearing gloves at the time?
Yeah, bitch, your testimony. What the fuck are you talking about? I have your proof right here, bitch. This wine glass.
The wine glass?
You left your fingerprints very clear on this wine glass.
Ah.
Even if you were to take your gloves off when you poured yourself this glass of juice, wouldn't you think it was just a little strange? That you put your gloves back on just to open the guitar case? Oh my god, her glasses. Wait, she had a spare. Alright. Don't people under heavy stress react weird and illogical at times? Well, I suppose, but I would still say that if you saw a body, your reaction would likely be to scream and not look at the body, pour yourself a glass of juice, put the glass of juice next to the body, knock over the case because you touched the thing, the vase fell onto the guitar case, you went, oh shit, put on your gloves, opened up the guitar case, went, oh damn, there's no guitar, oh, about this body, I'm just saying. She took off her gloves and put them back on, obviously. Yeah. Well, that is inherently true. It's that kind of implies that you like leave the room. You wouldn't just hang out with a body.
Order.
Looks like you hit the nail on the head this time.
Oh, what do you mean?
I believe the guitar case plays a very important role here.
It's just an empty case.
I wonder if it really was empty, though.
But the guitar was at the studio. I just got scolded over this. Could you not spoke up?
Phoenix, drop all your presumptions. What was in the guitar case that was not the bright red guitar?
You don't mean it was a bright white guitar? Wait, no, that's not it either.
Maybe it would be unnatural for someone to do that. No, the witness was not wearing gloves, despite the fact that on the case.
Your Honor, this is obviously the defense's usual misdirection tactic at work. Steer the court towards an unrelated topic and lure us all into this misguided... No, Your Honor. Please recall that Miss Andrews had testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case, which means that the case was closed when the crime took place. However, it was wide open in this photo of the crime scene. I am sure this guitar case has some relation to the murder. If you're so sure, Mr. Wright, then I'm sure you can somehow substantiate your outrageous claim, correct? Please, enlighten us to why the guitar case has anything to do at all with this murder.
Well, can you do that, Mr. Wright?
Well, let's suppose for a second that the bright red guitar was not the only thing that could have been inside the case.
The bright red guitar not being the only thing? You don't mean to suggest that a bright black guitar...
So, you intend to push your theory that the case was not empty? Is that it, right?
I would say something,
that's the wrong voice. I wouldn't say something I didn't intend to prove. Deflate that head of yours. You haven't proven anything yet. Now then, let's have it. What was inside the case at the time of the murder? Do I say the note? Yeah, it's my badge. It could be the suicide note. It's either that or a radio. Do we think it's a radio or a suicide note? Because I don't think it was the camera. Edgeworth. He's like in a coffin, and he like raised up. It's pretty funny on these trails. I do think it's either the suicide note or the killer radio. But I think that at this point, the killer is not involved. So I'm gonna say the suicide note. Let's hope! And why would something like that be inside a guitar case? Let alone this one?
Oh, why, Mr. Wright? Why?
Well, I just thought it might have been possible. Well, I have a suggestion. Why don't you put that in the void where your brain's supposed to be?
Yes, I'll never bring it out again.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Can a foolish fool get some love? You think you can prove your theory? Can you prove the guitar case was not empty at the time of the... I should have saved. I can save now! Got him. No more burning. I wouldn't say something that I didn't intend to prove. Alright. Yes. Could it be a person? Can we say that Celeste was inside the case? Right, you silly goose, the evidence is mid as fuck. The monkey was in the case. The wine glass was in the case. Okay, I think it's either I present her or it's the radio. Okay. Can a foolish fool. Okay. Maybe? Yeah, why would this woman be inside the guitar case? Alright, hold on. Load this. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm saving 2 points. Okay. What the fuck? What am I gonna present? The outfit? No. Maybe? The knife? Why would the knife be in there? Surely that'd be weird.
This photograph.
Okay, but what's the outfit? Yes, but what important is that it's not the picture, Your Honor.
I'm in the picture.
Let's take a genius to see what I mean. What I'm proposing is, inside the guitar case was the Nickel Samurai, the hero's very own costume.
What? Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Right, are you saying that the witness opened the guitar case to take out a costume? What insane point would there be to be doing something like that? That insane point would be to wear the costume, of course. Miss Andrews put her on to hide her identity, so she can make her escape. After all, you couldn't let anyone see you leave, could you, Miss Andrews? I refuse to accept your theory. Do you have anything to support such a preposterous idea? Good question. Just outside the door was an investigator photographer who was starving for a big scoop. And in the end, she managed to get this shot, correct?
You mean this photo?
So I would not show up in the outfit.
Order! Looks like we've wandered into quite another mess again, haven't we?
Nice job, Phoenix. You know my strategy. Fucking save scum.
So the real matter was hiding inside a costume.
Wait 1 second, Your Honor. The Nickel Samurai's costume would have been at Mr. Matt on guard. Why would something of the defendant's be in the victim's room? And inside the guitar case of all places?
True. It's a little baffling. Mr. Wright, the court would like to hear your thoughts. What was this Nickel Samurai costume doing inside the guitar case?
I like how Mia's probably done the exact same thing. Yeah, just photo, and they go,
What? You mean that the outfit was inside the guitar case?
yes.
What else? What was it doing in there?
It was a spare.
Mr. Engard did not take his costume off during the break period. In that case, the costume we were talking about was a spare one.
What? Well then, are you saying that the night of the murder, there were 2 Nickel Samurai costumes at the Water Hotel?
Yes, that is what I'm saying.
And how do you explain the costume that was inside the guitar case?
It would mean that the victim himself had brought this spare to the ceremony on purpose.
But why? The victim, Mr. Kurita, was the Jammin' Ninja. Why would he secretly bring the Nickel Samurai spare costume with him? What would be a reason behind such a peculiar act?
And therein lies the sticking point.
What are you mumbling to yourself about? What are you mumbling to yourself about now? Have you just been rambling all this time without any sense of inner monologue?
Huh? No, I just...
Oh, Mr. Wright, please explain yourself. Why do you think the victim had the Nickel Samurai spare costume?
Phoenix, are you sure you can explain this one? Think carefully before you answer, and then answer with gusto. I believe in you.
It smelled nice. Alright, this is what I think. The reason the victim brought the Nickel Samurai spare costume to the hotel was... the killer. Bro, what? Bro. Yes, Mikey? Oh, because he didn't know about the... What's this? On the night of the murder, after the stage show, the Nickel Samurai was going to hold a special press conference.
A press conference?
Yes, the Nickel Samurai is supposed to confess something at this conference. I heard about this as well. For once, you're not making something up, right? But what struck me as strange was that Mr. Engard himself said he had no idea he was supposed to be holding a press conference that night.
Oh, but how can that be?
The way I see it, that can only mean one thing. The conference was set up by none other than the victim, Mr. Juan Kurita himself.
The victim?
Yes. The spare Nickel Samurai costume was prepared for that very conference. Mr. Kurita was going to hold the press conference as the Nickel Samurai.
He was going to dress up as Nickel Samurai and hold a conference? But why would the victim do such a thing?
That's something I don't quite know yet. However, what I am concerned about right now is what he intended to reveal at that conference. The Nickel Samurai was going to confess something. By confess, I wager he was going to reveal something about himself. Which means that Juan Kurita, posing as the Nickel Samurai, was going to speak about Man on Guard.
Yes, I guess that's how it would mean.
But if that's the case, that's not a confession. That's public disclosure. Oh.
Miss Andrews?
I can see why you're pros at what you do.
Oh, pardon me?
Yes, just as you say, the press conference was set up by Juan.
Miss Andrews! Please offer us an explanation for this.
I was the one that he asked to help set it up. And the person who prepared the second costume for him. That was also me.
You?
Juan had bet everything on the Jammin' Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought anyway.
He was going to ruin him, huh?
It looked like somehow Juan had his hands on a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed.
What?
And do you know what the secret of Mr. Engarde's is, Miss Andrews?
Oh, damn, it's getting juicy. That's something only Juan knew. I don't know what it is.
Ah, I see.
Okay. Okay, Pearls. Summon him for the court, please. Thank you.
I've probably been coming off quite suspicious to everyone, but that's to be expected. I've been trying to protect Matt, after all.
Protect Mr. Engarde. Even though you set up the...
And yet again, another strange bit of truth comes to light, it seems. Miss Andrews, if you could please tell us the truth about your behavior.
Yes, Your Honor. I understand. Protecting Matt? You don't give a shit about... From the moment I saw the crime scene, I had a feeling that Matt was the murderer. Matt had to kill Juan no matter what. And he didn't have an alibi for what he was doing at the time of the murder. My thoughts were confirmed by the evidence, of course, the button and the knife. But I'm Matt's manager, so I felt I had to protect him.
This does account for everything.
Well, I am the logical type. Finally seeing your true self, he's more nervous than scared rabbit.
If the defense can find no fault with this testimony, I'm ready to make a ruling. Please keep that in mind as you cross-examine Mr. Wright.
But somehow everything has swung the opposite end of the scale again. It just means I have to put my weight into this and turn her logic upside down. What?
Boo! Would you say that it was your intuition speaking to you?
Now, don't confuse my methods of reasoning with your own. If you want to prove that someone did something, you need 3 things. 3 things? A motive, an opportunity to commit the crime, and finally, decisive evidence.
Your Honor, does this sound like an innocent individual? If they're demanding I have 3 sets of proof for them being a murderer, I don't think that's a normal course of action a regular person would take. What isn't as fanciful as that? How would she see it?
And if you think these 3 things through, the answer comes quite clear. I've already known that, Phoenix.
They didn't teach that to us in school. At least not from what I remember.
Can I continue now?
3 reasons your theory is correct. Do I need a motive?
So, would you say this need came from the press conference? Yes. Do you know why Juan chose that event in that hotel for the conference? Because that was when he could cause the most damage to the public's beloved Matt Engarde.
And you knew of this plan, didn't you, Miss Andrews?
Yes, because I was the one who set up the conference and prepared the costume.
But I'm sure Mr. Engarde himself didn't know anything about the press conference.
Oh, really? Can you show me any proof that he didn't know about the press conference?
Anyway, the important thing here is that the information was not in your testimony.
Oh, yes, I agree. Miss Andrews, please collect your testimony, if you please.
Passing at straws now, are you, Mr. Wright?
You don't have any way to prove I'm right! What? Has Mr. Engarde done something to hurt and betray you personally?
Why would you ask?
You were the one who helped Mr. Carino with his press conference. And that event was supposed to bring down Mr. Engarde. Yet you still helped out.
The person on trial right now is Mr. Engarde, right? What the witness was thinking, helping the victim with his plan, is none of our concern. In any case, this means that the defendant had a motive to kill. Why do I keep doing this to myself? But didn't you already testify earlier that Mr. Engarde was taking a nap in his room? Are you telling me now that that too was a lie to cover Mr. Engarde? I'm not telling you anything of the sort. When I went to get him for the show, he honestly was sleeping. However, as to whether he was sleeping the entire time, that I cannot say. I was too busy setting up the stage at the time.
I keep trying, but I can't find any flaws with what Miss Andrews has said. I can't say the same for the people here in this courtroom, however.
The judge is glaring straight at me.
He's glaring at you, smart guy. You can hardly call the knife decisive evidence. The fingerprints on the knife could very well have been a clever camouflage.
Then, what about the button?
The button?
It's clear from the crime scene that the victim and the murderer fought, and during the fight, the killer ripped the button from the Jammin' Ninja's costume.
You're talking about this button, correct?
The button was found in the pleats of Matt's Hakama, isn't that correct? I would think that makes it very decisive evidence.
Looks like you were outfoxed again, Mr. Wright.
Anyway, the knife doesn't prove a thing. Now please fix your testimony. I can't stand the sight of a man who can't gracefully accept his defeat. Thank goodness Mia can still look at me. With icy stare, yes. Can she read my mind?
Miss Andrews, for Mr. Wright's sake, please add this information to your testimony.
One of Wandering's fight with Matt. And how do you know that? Oh, when the ends of the threads of the button and the costume were matched up, they were found to fit together perfectly. Or so I heard. I read that before too. But how would Miss Andrews know about this case down to such a fine detail? Don't look at me like that. Just because I'm prepared and you are not. I thought I had her this time for sure. It's anything to trip her up on, it has to be here. But where and what?
Is the knife through the spot? Yeah, the knife. I'm gonna present this. Let's see what happens. It's fucked. Ow. Press here and see what happens. That's some big buttons, yeah. But what really did was stab the guy in the back, didn't you? And at the worst possible time.
Who's to say she really stabbed the guy in the back, as you put it?
This witness could have disclosed things about Mr. Unguard at any time. Why then would she wait until there was a large audience before doing so? It's the same reason why Mr. Kurita had planned such an elaborate conference. Miss Andrews wanted to cause Mr. Unguard as much damage as she possibly could. This witness bears ill will towards the defendant.
This isn't the Phoenix Wright Wax Philosophical Power Hour, and please stop slandering the witness.
As I expected, Miss Andrews' testimony seems pretty solid. Really? Because to me, it sounded like a little wishy-washy. Wishy-washy? Well, I guess we'll see if I press a little more.
You should know this by now, but you'll need strong decisive evidence to make her talk.
Got it, Chief.
I'm gonna pin you down this time, Miss Andrews. Go fuck yourself.
Button. I got fucked. It's straight. I'm scared. I'm terrified. Wait. Yes, Seiko? Strangled and stabbed. Got it. This is the victim's autopsy report. It clearly states that the cause of death was strangulation by a scarf. Which costume was the button found in? It was found in his pants. Of the guy. Of our defendant.
Strangulation?
The knife stab to the victim was done after the victim had already died.
And what does that mean?
Let's examine the evidence. This button has the victim's blood on it, which would mean that it was ripped off the costume when?
After the knife was stabbed into the victim.
Exactly, which means it is impossible that this button was torn off during the victim's final struggle. Not hers, there were two of them. Yeah, it was found in the defendant's pants. And so we're trying to say that she, like, ripped it off and put it in his pants while he was sleeping. Because the victim was strangled to death in that fight. That's right, Miss Andrews. There is no way this button was ripped off during the struggle. This button was consciously pulled off the victim's already dead body.
order. What is the meat?
What is the meaning of this rhyme? So what if the button was torn off the body after the victim already died? What does that change? Let me ask you one simple question, Mr. Edgeworth. Why was the button torn off? What purpose did that serve? What purpose? Well, we know this button was not turned off during the fight, so the murderer took the time and effort to purposely rip this from the victim's body. That would mean that the murderer had something in mind, wouldn't it?
Oh, Mr. Wright! Does this mean you know what the murderer wanted to do with this button? What was it?
Pin the crime on guard, you motherfucker. There's only one logical reason for doing something like that. It was to pin the crime on Mr. On Guard. There's no way anyone would put a bloody button in their own pants. That's right! Mr. On Guard was set up by the real killer, of course.
And the real murderer is? Well, Mr. Wright, who in the world is the real killer?
Finally. I can't believe I managed to bring this trial all the way up to this point. Phoenix, you can't let your guard down yet, not until the very end.
Or the real killer, the person who planned to frame Mr. On Guard, is... Juan Carita, the judge.
Celeste!
Yeah. Miss Adrian Andrews, I choose you. You are Mr. Carita's killer.
What?
Polly Pearls.
Order! Mr. Wright, this is a very grave matter. Do you have any evidence that supports your charge?
Any evidence? All the evidence points to Miss Andrews.
How preposterous. You can't stick any of that on me.
I can't, can I? Would you care to test me?
Then what about this knife?
The knife was used to stab the victim after he had already been strangled to death. It was used to throw suspicion onto Mr. On Guard, naturally. A knife covered in the victim's fingerprints could only be taken from his room. And the only person who had dinner with him and knew which knife to take was you. That's a third pair of glasses.
Then what about the button that was found in Matt's Hakama?
Well, this button was removed from the victim's body after he'd already died. The only people who could have done so were the person who found his body or the killer. However, if Mr. On Guard was the real killer, there's no way he would have put such incriminating evidence in his own Hakama. The fourth? We can fix her. The only person who could have put this button into Mr. On Guard's Hakama is the person who went to wake him up from his nap, which is you, yet again, Miss Andrews.
I see. What about the empty guitar case?
That's also another piece of evidence that incriminates Miss Andrews. Oh my. That costume was used to hide the real killer's identity as they fled the crime scene. Now, who could have known that there was such a costume inside the guitar case? It would only have been the person who prepared the costume for the victim. And that person is you, Miss Adrian Andrews.
No,
But Miss Andrews' fingerprints would never be found in the guitar case, and it was you who proved that she was not wearing gloves at the time.
That's right.
That's because she did not intend on leaving any prints. If anyone found out that she had touched the case, they would have asked her why. So to avoid leaving any prints, she used a towel or something else to open it. But the glass of tomato juice is a different story. Miss Andrews purposely left her fingerprints on the glass to show that yes, indeed, she was the classic dazed discoverer of a dead body. And to top it all off, there's this photo. Responsible for 8 speeding tickets, its cancellation on Twitter, and its gluten allergy. Photo of the killer is exited the scene of the crime. No reasonable person on Earth can believe this Nickel Samurai is Mr. On Guard. He would be much too short for his own costume if it was him. Speaking of how tall people are, Miss Andrews, you're also kind of short in stature, are you not?
please stop.
Well, how about it, Miss Andrews?
I got her this time.
Miss Andrews?
I refuse to testify.
What was that?
There's a law. It says I can't be forced to testify about something if it can incriminate me.
Well, yes. You are absolutely correct, Miss Andrews. The law does provide us with a way to avoid self-incrimination. By allowing witnesses to not testify, testimony can cause damage to themselves.
What? Pleading the fifth is not something most people would think to do on the spot. Actually, thinking back to yesterday in Mr. Engarde's room.
Adrian Andrews. Yes. Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood. All right.
Our little pleading the fifth lecture came back around to things previous done on the game. So smart. That's it. That's when Francisca planted this idea into her head. She must have told Miss Andrews to not testify if things look bad.
It's a good job proving everything up to this point, Phoenix. There's still one thing you haven't done.
Something I haven't done? Okay, Von Karma. What's wrong, Wright? Are you finished already? Run out of evidence?
What's so humorous, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'm sure you realize this as well, Your Honor. But everything the good lawyer here has proven up to this point is meaningless. What? Everything you have proven is circumstantial. Circumstantial. Yes, circumstantial. You have yet to provide a single piece of definitive proof. Proof that Miss Andrews did in fact harbor a wish to murder Mr. Corrida.
Miss Andrews, did you want to kill Mr. Corrida?
I believe this may lead me to incriminating myself, so I will abstain from answering.
But Miss Andrews, if you do that, it would be the same as admitting your guilt, don't you think?
Maybe so, or maybe not. There's nothing to prove it either way. Besides, you don't even know what crime I would be guilty of due to my silence. No, she's taking that defiant attitude again.
Mia, what should we do?
Somehow, we've landed in the worst possible situation.
I think we have reached a certain conclusion at this point in time. Miss Adrian Andrews has refused to testify, and the defense theory that she is the actual murderer has not been fully substantiated with solid definitive proof.
That's not true.
Well, in this situation, there's only one thing this court can do, and that is declare a recess.
Recess.
I request that both the prosecution and the defense look further into this matter. In tomorrow's trial.
Tomorrow? We don't have a tomorrow. If we don't get not guilty verdict today, then... Please wait, Your Honor. That's not necessary. The trial, please continue the trial. What are you sweating for? Your client is getting one more day to live, isn't he? That's not it. This isn't about that. Edgeworth, I know you know who the real killer is. Please, let the trial continue. If I don't get the verdict, then Maya... It's gonna ruin my Taco Tuesday. Thanks for teaching us what plead the fifth means.
Well, but it's possible to continue as long as the witness refuses to testify. Now then, this court is...
Did he object? It's not impossible for this trial to continue.
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you...
It's true Miss Andrews holds the right against self-incrimination. However, if the topic of conversation was something unrelated to whatever she may be guilty of, then she has no right to withhold testimony.
Yes, that's very true, but...
Actually, there is one little thing that I'm curious about. Miss Andrews? When you found the victim's dead body, you poured yourself a glass of juice. Yes, and? I love it when Edgeworth, switches teams. I can't help but think about how unnatural that is. Usually when one finds a body, they're shaken up, not stirring a glass of juice. So my actions were unusual, but I've already... Before you speak, I want to share that if you have a reason behind your actions, I would like you to testify to that effect. Testify? Your Honor, I would like to request that the witness testify again as to what happened when she first discovered the victim's body. Whatever we find on this testimony should no way implicate the witness. You hear that Maya's in trouble? Yeah. I don't know what's about Edgeworth today, but I can't get a good read off of him. Is he friend or foe? I just don't know. You love when Edgy Poo wants to play on your team? Mikey, it's Ace Attorney, not Gay Attorney. Okay, shape up.
Court and on prosecution's request. Miss Andrews, if you please.
Objection.
A glass of juice. I didn't really pour it for myself. Friends, when I walked in the room and saw in the messy state, and Juan is sitting slumped over, and I tried looking in the corner. When I saw him sitting like that, the thought that he was dead, it didn't cross my mind. To be honest, I thought he had just fainted or something, so I went to pour him some juice. And then I realized that he was dead. That's when I knocked over the vase over.
Don't sink my ship. How dare you? Don't yuck your yum. Is that what you're trying to say?
We poured that glass of juice for the victim. Why didn't you say so in your earlier testimony?
I didn't think I needed to include something so trivial. Phoenix, please be careful here. If you can't find anything wrong with this testimony, then there's nothing left.
I know.
Edworth, what the heck is going on in that brain of yours?
What's that brilliant brain of yours? I love it. Well, now that Mr. Wright, you may continue to watch examination.
Oh yeah? But there was anyone else in the room, right?
Of course not.
Then who did you pour for?
Mr. Wright, there's a rhyme and reason for everything. Can you just wait a little longer for it to be revealed to you?
In other words, Wright, be quiet and listen.
Precisely. I couldn't have said it better myself.
So, it was a mess? Are you sure it wasn't messy because of your fight with Mr. Corrida?
I understand your frustrations not being able to prove your theory.
However,
Before you go accusing people of crimes, go find yourself some evidence. And then, what did you see next, witness?
slumped over?
Yes, he was just sitting there with his head tilted forward, eyes closed. He really looked like he was sleeping.
It's just me or that right there sounded a little odd.
Then what did cross your mind?
I thought maybe it's Matt really up in anger because he lost the Grand Prix, and then felt tired after his rampage, so he's gonna take a nap. Anyway, that's what I thought.
I'm seeing. She didn't think he was dead at all.
Where'd the knife? Yeah, exactly. But I'm just gonna press everything else just in case. You thought he fainted.
I thought he was asleep at first, but then the room was in such a messy state that I thought maybe he had gotten into a fight with someone.
That's when you went to pour the glass of juice?
Yes, he always had a hard time waking up, so Juan always has a glass of tomato juice to drink.
I see. After that, what happened next?
The photo's way over here. Oh, apparently that's wrong. Fuck. Okay. Tired looking in the corner with a knife in him? Okay. And how did you come to realize that he was, in fact, dead?
I checked him over and over, but I never got a response, so I set the glass down on the dresser and tried to take his pulse, and I was shocked and staggered backward.
And knocked the flower vase over, so that's what happened.
Yes. This is what it all comes down to.
Oh?
This is the absolute end for both sides. And Adrian's letting her guard down. Phoenix, now is our best chance yet to kill the prosecution's case.
Isn't that a bit harsh? Miss Andrews, will you tell us the truth this time? Present knife. No. That's also wrong. What do you think about the witness's statement?
I'm not sure I follow you.
It clearly contradicts the, I thought that maybe the game would make sense for once. Maybe the last one. Thought he was dead, didn't cross my mind. Okay, now we show the crime scene? Yes, we picked the wrong dialogue choice.
So, you honestly didn't think he was dead when you found him? No, not at all. Even though this is what you saw when you discovered the body?
What is the meaning of this?
Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? There's a knife sticking straight out of Mr. Corita's chest. Anyone who saw this scene would have immediately thought there was a dead man. Well, you see, I doubt a single person in the world would mistake this for someone who fainted and then nonchalantly go pour something to drink.
Your point is?
Miss Andrews, your testimony just now, it stinks! And your lie has proven one thing very clearly, that you are the real killer.
No!
Looks like the defendant somehow brought the ugly truth to light. Now, defendant, Mr. Matt on guard, is not guilty after all.
But that's possible. You're wrong.
Miss Andrews, might have some composure.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me, I tell you. It was Matt. I swear it. He's the one who killed Juan.
But you were the one who refused to testify. And the reason for not doing so is that you might end up incriminating yourself.
That's because...
Miss Andrews, I will give you one last chance. What exactly are you hiding that may incriminate you?
I refused to testify.
Jesus Christ, woman. Is she being blackmailed by the killer?
There's no need to go any further. Mr. Madden's innocence has been clearly demonstrated.
Is it over? Have we found the truth at last?
What's wrong, Phoenix?
Usually the real killer confesses her guilt. And now I think about it, this is the first time someone hasn't.
Now then, I would like to hand down my verdict for Mr. Matt on guard.
Here we go. Your Honor, the prosecution feels that it would be premature to pass on a verdict at this time.
What?
The reason is quite simple. The witness has yet to speak the absolute real truth.
Well, you want to give her the absolute real truth? What are you?
Witness, don't you understand yet?
Huh?
I don't know who planted this silly idea in your head, but as long as you protect yourself through your silence, Matt on guard will go free. And in his place, you will become the guilty party.
That's a lie. I don't believe you.
What?
I was told if I spoke, I spoke, then it would be all over, and Matt would never be declared guilty.
What in the world is she talking about? Has she lost it?
I can't speak about it. I'm too scared.
It's Franziska von Karma. Oh? Don't you remember, Phoenix? Miss Andrews lives by gripping tightly onto the words of another because she doesn't have the strength to believe in herself. Then right now, Miss Andrews is... Yesterday she was tossed a lifesaver by Miss von Karma. Don't say a word no matter what happens. If you do, man on guard will be acquitted. Miss Andrews undeniably believes in those words right now and is clinging on to them. Then what should we do? This is the first time I've ever come across anything like this. But Miss Andrews has to be the killer, right? All we have to do now is get her not guilty. That's my only priority.
What's it mean? I'm begging you, please believe me. I didn't kill Juan. Help. Please, someone help me.
Mr. Wright?
What, you want me to help her, Your Honor?
The court can continue like this. Therefore, I'd like to hear what you intend to do.
What I intend to do? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say? Right? I suggest you think very carefully about this. Think about what this witness did and what she did not do. And then think about who is the real mastermind behind this crime. Who's the real mastermind? Isn't that obvious? There's no one else could be except for the crying woman over here. Right? Come now, what will you do? What kind of man are you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Testify. You're right, Edgeworth. I had to win a complete acquittal today. There's no way around that, but I can't bring myself to do it like this. Not when she's making a face like that. Miss Andrews, I would like to show you what you're really. I like to know what you're really hiding.
Mr. Wright, are you sure you know what you're doing?
Sure, Mr. Ungar would get an acquittal, but in this place, you would be found guilty. Is this how you really want this trial to end?
Be quiet. How dare you? You're trying to trick me.
No, that's enough. I commend you for trying, Mr. Edgeworth. However, it's clear that defense's theory is the truth.
You're wrong.
What a shame. I had hoped that things wouldn't come to this. However,
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
Miss Andrews, since you absolutely refuse to testify, it falls on my shoulders to disclose this to the court.
Stop.
Mr. Edgeworth.
This witness, how shall I put this? She has an illness.
What?
And because of this illness, she has tried to commit suicide in the past. Oh, fuck, Edgeworth did it for me. Jackass.
Stop. Please stop.
No matter how much you want to hide it, it's no use. I have the evidence right here.
That's
the second part of the suicide report. The attempted suicide report. What will you do now, witness? You know what I am about to do, don't you? Holy shit. I will now reveal to the court the true nature of the pitiful woman known as Adrian Andrews. Your dependent nature. I don't know if people know about it. Scares her more than anything else in the world.
please stop. I beg you. If people find out, I'll.
What, kill yourself? I don't give a shit.
Oh my god! Why did he say that? Why did he... Why did he actually say that? That was supposed to be a joke. Hi, Archie. Welcome. Hi, Archie.
If you're going to say you would choose death, that's no concern to me. Edgeworth.
You weren't the man I married.
However, before you die, I will push the truth from your still breathing lips, no matter what I have to do.
Jesus Christ.
So, will you tell the court yourself, or shall I? Either's fine with me.
Yeah, give him a penalty.
I'll talk, but please help me.
Edgeworth made the joke for you. I'm baffled that he unironically said, I don't care if you're gonna go kill yourself, I want the truth, damn it.
Nothing matters anymore. When I first saw him, I really thought he had fainted. Honest. When I realized he was dead, that was when I formulated my plan. Once I made sure there was no one in the hallway, I made a dash back to Matt's room, and then I stabbed Juan's dead body with a knife and ripped off the button. Just when I finished and was returning to Matt's room, I had a bit of an inconvenience. And that's why I ended up using the Nickel Samurai costume.
Stabbed the body with a knife? Why would you do that?
Is it obvious? To pin the blame on a certain person. A certain cowardly man.
Well, what do you mean by all this?
It might take this court a little while to understand, but this is the truth.
The real killer is Matt. That scumbag of a man. I'll never forgive him. He's trying to escape his guilt again, just like last time.
Last time? So Miss Andrews stabbed the victim, Juan Corrida, in the chest with a knife. However, she didn't do it with the murder in mind. She did it with the intent of framing Matt on guard for the murder. And this is her crime. What? How is this possible? I mean, wasn't Miss Andrews supposed to be the real murderer?
Mr. Wright, you gonna be a shock and commend the cross-examination?
This is some, like, fucking whipping wild shit. Shut up. But you could tell from the state of the room was in that there must have been a fight. Are you telling the truth when you say that you did not know he was dead? By the way, was that the bad ending? Was bad ending taking the verdict and then Edgeworth was like, I don't love you anymore. And that was the real bad ending? Is that the truth when you say you don't know he was dead?
he had a scarf tied around his neck, but that scarf is a part of the Jammin' Ninja's costume, so I didn't think anything about it when it was strange. His head was also tilted down a bit, so I couldn't see his face that well. That's why I thought I'd wake him up and went to pour the juice.
Excuse me. You'll have to live with the paranoia until the end. Okay, so yes. Good luck, Sylvie. Good job. Is there still content to play? What? Oh? Oh, for Sylvie. Yeah. What's this plan you had?
I knew right away when the murderer was Matt. I knew because Juan, he was going to expose Matt's weakest weak point to the world. To Matt, just to stop Juan and silence him for good. That's when I thought I should forge some evidence and pin this crime on Matt. So the forged piece of evidence were the knife and the button. The first thing that came to mind was to plant the knife.
That was so you get the knife, correct?
The knife Matt used at dinner and his fingerprints all over it. I thought if I used that, then the police would certainly turn their eyes towards him. Matt was napping with his costume on at the time. I slipped in, took the knife, and returned to the scene of the crime. And then I stabbed Juan's dead body with a knife and ripped off the button.
So you're the one who stabbed the victim with that knife?
It gives me goosebumps to think about it now. What a horrible thing I did. But at the time, I couldn't control my own body. It moved on its own. Then, when I stabbed Juan's dead body, I suddenly realized something. If I use the button somehow, I can make Matt even look more suspect. So you thought to rip one of the buttons off and then plant it on Mr. Ongod's Nakama? Yes, that's what I had planned to do. But things never go that smoothly, do they? So when I finished and was turning Matt's room, I had a bit of inconvenience.
An inconvenience?
There's a woman with a camera at the ready, lurking in the hallway.
I'm willing to bet my spikes it was a lot of your spikes.
There's also a woman with a ray gun at the ready, pacing back and forth.
That's Miss Oldbag for you.
I had already been caught and made into a big scoop for a certain weekly tabloid once, so I couldn't very well go out looking like myself and get caught again.
You were the one who prepared that costume, weren't you?
Yes, I took it from Global Studios. I also put it in Juan's guitar case the day before the award ceremony.
You did this in preparation for the press conference, correct?
Yes, Juan wanted to wear that costume and hold a press conference in it. He was going to disclose Matt's big secret there.
Oh, was the secret?
Then, I don't know. Anyway, I thought that if I ever leave Juan's room in the Nickel Samurai costume, then people would think that Matt was the real murderer. I was very careful not to leave any fingerprints when I opened the guitar case. I absolutely did not want anyone to know about the costume.
I think we've heard enough. So, after that, you went back to Mr. God's room and the button.
Into Matsukama? Yes. After that, I folded up the costume I was wearing and put it into a bag. And I snuck it out of the hotel and got rid of it.
Right word. What does this all mean?
Mr. Edgeworth, is it? The real criminal is Matt on guard. Yesterday, that woman prosecutor sat me down for a talk.
Francisca, huh?
She said that I should, under no circumstances, confess to what I had done. That if I just kept quiet, then Matt would be found guilty for sure. I had no choice but to believe in her words.
What this witness has done is clearly unlawful. However, as long as her testimony stands, we can be certain she is not the real killer.
Wait, Your Honor. The defense still...
Right. It's pointless. At this point in time, it is not possible to indict Miss Andrews on anything.
Yes, exactly. There isn't a single piece of evidence that points at her as the murderer. Cross-examination of the witness is over. So is today's trial. When it established that witness was culprit, please let go, Mr. Wright.
But...
Mr. Edgeworth, please place Miss Andrews under arrest for further questioning.
Understood, Your Honor. Prosecution will arrange for attention immediately.
That is all. Court is adjourned for today.
Okay.
Today's trial
It's over, and I didn't win acquittal. Witness, would you mind if I ask you something? Edgeworth? What is it? Before you leave court today, I wonder if I might look at one thing. The card in your hand. It's had my interest for quite some time now. What exactly is it? Oh, this? Oh, Mr. Wright also asked about this. Although I didn't remember at the time you asked me about it, Mr. Wright. I remember just now. I found this in the room on that day. The room? That day? Yes. I found this card when I discovered Juan's body. It was lying there, right next to him. You found that card next to the victim's body? I suppose I must have unconsciously slipped it into my pocket. But it's not as if this card has any relevance to Juan's murder, right?
Bitch, it has everything to do with this murder. Okay. Guess not. Still a strange card, if you ask me.
But as far as I clue to this case, I don't see why.
Witness, that card, give it to me. Hurry.
Edgeworth?
Do you have any idea what stupidity gets inadvertently done? This, I can't believe you hid this from me all this time.
I didn't mean to. What is this all about?
I've never seen Edgeworth so emotional before. That card, what in the world is it? What does it mean?
Stupid. Yes, thank you, Sylvie.
Oh boy.
Just met for 2 seconds. I've never seen him so emotional.
I mean,
Yeah.
only makes sense.
Good job you didn't need any backseating. You don't know that. You should go for a law degree.
Goodbye, Mystic Maya.
There, Pearls.
I can't take it anymore.
Look, it'll be all right.
Everything may still work out. The condition was that we had to get a not guilty verdict. And so far, the kidnapper has kept his word, as it hurt Maya. And he won't, because Mr. On Guard hasn't even been given a guilty sentence yet. Joe, enough time standing around crying. We have to get going.
You're right. Mystic Maya is much more pain than I am.
Yes, that's right. So,
Hey, you guys, I got you, pal.
Mr. Scruffy Detective?
I like how your interpretation of Pearl crying is a floppy disk drive from 1992. Oh boy, looks like Detective Gumshoe has been dubbed Mr. Scruffy the Detective in Pearl's book now.
It's just plain old Mr. Dick Gumshoe now, and I came to talk to you, pal.
But we're kind of busy right now, man. Like what the fuck do you want? So, what are you gonna do from now on?
They're just gonna talk about your life?
Oh, what do you mean, pal?
Well, you've been fired, right? So, you don't have a new job lined up yet?
Oh, Dad. What am I supposed to do now, pal? I don't have anything coming in on until my next payday.
What are you talking about?
Someone just messaged me if he wants to play a game. I realize you're streaming. Hi.
I don't have any other payday. You don't have another payday. Whoops.
I guess that means I'm just gonna have to work here at your place, pal.
Oh no.
Say what? Oh, you'll be searching for things that'll prove Mr. On Guard's innocence all day, right?
Well, yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna help you, pal. I've got lots of experience in investigating and watching over people's places. And I'm great at making really simple meals, pal. I'll take care of it all.
Come on, Mr. Nick. Let's make Mr. Scruffy Detective take care of things.
Okay. By the way, what's your best dish? Instant noodles, pal.
Why am I certain people only eat cheap, unhealthy food? That was the first time I ever seen Miss Andrews act like that. Never thought he'd say something like he didn't care if Miss Andrews killed herself.
He said that? That's horrible.
Well, because him doing that, we got the truth finally. The truth. Miss Andrews' last testimony. I wonder if that was the truth. Maybe there was something strange in her testimony itself, but I still think there's something fundamentally wrong with the whole thing.
No, that thing, pal?
Why don't you want to... No, I mean almost need to frame Mr. On Guard. I couldn't figure that out from anything she said at all today.
Then you're saying that testimony was a lie?
No, not a lie, per se. It just feels like there's more in here than meets the eye. Or that's what Edgeworth would like us to believe.
That's such a dirty trick. Even that woman prosecutor was better than that.
It's good fun karma. Speaking of us fun karma, you have any more information to her condition? Wasn't she shot this morning? Miss Von Karma was shot today on the way to the trial by a pistol, pal.
But she's gonna be fine, right?
I mean, Edgeworth said she was in stable condition, but... Well, she was shot in the shoulder, so she's okay and still hanging in there. Should be done talking the bull out now, so she's probably risking at the hospital. Which one? What? I gotta go visit her, pal? No. Well, I was kind of thinking about it.
Hey, you've actually got a heart, don't you?
She looked like she was being tortured to death not being able to go to the trial today. So maybe it'd be good for her if you went and let her whip you for a bit, pal.
Let's go whip her. Let's go let her whip us, Mr. Nick.
No, I'm definitely not going. Let's see, the name of the hospital.
Oh yeah, the Hardy Clinic.
That name sends a chill down my spine. Well, you guys can't hurt to stop by and say hi. We need to save her from the Hardy Clinic. Hurry, quick. Shit. I thought I'd never come back to this place.
Yes, I'm here to visit a patient.
Hi. Wait a second, you're...
Yeah, I'm Dr. Hardy.
Why are you still here?
Yeah, what is it? Can I help you? You can tell me. Yeah.
Director Hottie.
Oh, shit. Dr. Hottie? Edgeworth?
Yeah, I'm Dr. Hardy. Oh, you're the man from this morning. Yeah, what is it?
Director Francesca... How is Francesca Von Karma?
You don't need to worry. Yeah, she's in good hands. Because you see, I put us together. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. The surgery went well.
You have my gratitude. It's like Edgeworth doesn't know about this director and his secret.
She looks so pitiful, absolutely terrifying. Understand. Yeah, but it was a gun after all. If he stuck with a real secret like, she would scream really loud. Yeah.
I see.
But she's really cute too. When I do that, she'd whip me with her whip. Boy, I look like a baby. They get used to it. Hey!
Go back to your room.
You so mean. I mean, my...
No. No.
That's... Okay, yeah, it's time for my IV drops. Yeah.
Thank God.
And what are you supers doing in your hands, Mr. Phoenix, right?
I knew I should have come here.
I was shot in front of the courthouse and right in my right shoulder.
That's no big deal.
Just happens all the time.
I haven't had full intentions of running the trial this morning.
But that would have been too much for you.
There's no need to act tough in front of us, you know.
Regardless, I was dragged here by that man over there. He was all yielding, and no wonder was simply arrested for stealing my case. It was the only logical course of action when the bullet was still lodged in your shoulder. While taking over the case, I found myself having to clean up after you in that irresponsible deal you made.
I think I know what deal he's referring to.
Miss Von Karma, you made a deal with Miss Andrews yesterday, didn't you? I don't know what you mean.
In order to make sure you got your guilty verdict on Mr. On Guard, you told Miss Andrews not to testify in court today.
I don't know what you're talking about. Just such proof that I made a deal?
You're denying it.
Looks like you're lucky, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If
If I had been in court today, this trial would already be over.
All while hiding Miss Andrews' own crime?
That isn't my problem, whether she had with the evidence or not. I have only one objective, to find on God guilty of murder. The end justifies the means, Mr. Vegas, right? The end justifies the means.
Ms. Von Karma? Adrian Andrews believed you when you said, if you don't tell the truth of what really happened, then On Guard will be found guilty.
And what's that have to do with me?
Because of that, she's now in danger of being found guilty herself. All because she believed in your words until the very end.
That has nothing to do with me. She's a weak person, that's all.
But you had to know she was...
Ow! I think visiting out here are over. So, if you excuse me...
What's wrong? Why did she suddenly cut you off? Probably because she thinks I had the advantage in that argument. Hi, Edgeworth. What happened today at the trial, Edgeworth? That was not like you at all. I mean, I know you knew about Miss Andrews' condition. Could have made her testify as many times as you wanted, but to go that far. But she wouldn't have testified about that until I said something. Listen, right? Court is a garden of judgment. I'm putting myself on the line when I stand there. That's why I made the witness do the same. It's only natural. By the way, Edgeworth, you were really angry in court today. That's rare for you.
Witness that card! You to be heard it.
You have an idea what a stupid idiot and evidently done. This, I can't believe you hid this from me all this time.
My card. What the world is it?
You mean this?
Listen, Wright, this is a top secret information. You absolutely cannot leak this. A special investigations team has existed for a number of years, but few know of it. I understand. Their task is to find the owner of this card, a man called Shelly the Killer. And just his name states, he is a killer, an assassin, the best at that. An assassin. Well, so who is this Shelly the Killer? Reminds me, the Killer is the name of a long-standing line of assassins. Long-standing? I have no idea how. It seems really obtuse that someone would name themselves the Killer when they're an assassin. Like, really obvious, but the first name appeared about 100 years ago. Shelly is the professional name of the third heir to the Killer name. His professional name is Shelly. He leaves scars of the shell on it? His habit of making sure to leave a calm by the body of his victim. Why would he do something like that? If you think it's a part of his duty to his clients. His duty. If he leaves a card, then his clients will be assured it was he who killed the victim. He also serves as insurance against any charges being pushed into his clients. I see. The Killer values the trust between his clients and himself above all else. It seems that this is one honorable assassin with a moral conscience. Even an honorable assassin can exist. So you think this assassin, you think he's the one who did the killing in this case? It would appear that way. The discovery of the card basically confirms it, wouldn't you agree? Shelly the Killer, huh? I noticed something at the trial today. You were behaving in a very strange manner. Well, more than usual. Is something the matter? I guess I should just tell him. Maya, she's been kidnapped. Kidnapped? And what's the kidnapper want? An acquittal? I see. I had no idea. I will prepare a rescue team as soon as possible, and can resolve this by tomorrow. Really? Did you hear that, Mr. Ned? Mr. Edgeworth's gonna... Stop trying to console me, Edgeworth. I don't need your pity. Oh, Mr. Ned? There's no way you can find her. We don't have a single lead to go on. There's only one way to save her. I have to get a acquittal somehow. It's the only way. Right, listen. You need to know something. Juan Corrida was killed by Shelly the Killer, and the client who ordered the job is Matt on guard. I knew it. Your own client. I knew it. Please stop. I can't listen to you. I can't believe that. I see. Well, if you want to continue your investigation, you'll need this. What is it? The hotel right now is restricted police personnel only. We're looking for any clues that might lead us to Shelly the Killer. But if you take this with you to the hotel, I'm sure they'll let you enter. I knew it. I did know it! I said it from the... I said, from the moment I met him, and he was like, I myself did not personally murder this woman. It's like, wow, that's very specific. Alright.
In any case, I must change the preparations for Maya's rescue team. We'll meet again, if anything should happen. Now, if you'll excuse me?
Mr. Nick, do you think Mr. Ungard hired an assassin?
No way.
I mean, he doesn't have a cyclock.
Yeah, I guess not.
Maya, please, I'll ask as you make it home, safe and sound.
Maya. Anyway. Post-breakout.
And because he kidnapped to be a little clumsy, was enough to drop a card like this for me? And even though he said he was an assassin, but it's just making that up, like how Nick does with everything in court. Anyway, let's try to get out of the card trick with this card I just found. Sounds like I got the door open. Okay, time to go take a look around. What is this place? Got a feeling I'm not in the hotel anymore. Those videos over there? I'll worry about that later. For now, I should be looking for clues. That way I can show them to Sis and maybe get out of here. A frame picture sitting on this coffee table. It's a picture of a woman. Kinda pretty. Hey, looks like something's written here. Let's see. I think it says, "With love, Celeste."
Fucking great. It's a fucking circle. Giant circle. Guy couldn't just be an assassin. It had to be...
I bet this could be a clue. That's weird. It's a figurine doing a sofa in a place like this. I think it's a bear? Ah, cute. It's got a lot of cuts and slits on it. Remember, it's some kind of puzzle or something. Okay. Locked, of course. And it doesn't look like I can use the card to open this door. A little hole at the bottom of the door.
Crawl through it.
Only I was a little skinnier. Maybe I'll be able to crawl through here.
Damn.
Oh, hey, it's a computer. Never really used one before.
Really?
I have no idea where the power switch on this thing is. Drat. I guess my plan is this. I'm gonna get out of here. Wow, I've never seen a TV this big before. Now, where's the power button? Philly, it's busted.
I would die a happy samurai fan if I ever got to see the Nickel Samurai on TV like this.
I can't believe I just made a joke about dying and all things considered.
Damn. Saddle dish.
This thing an antenna, I guess? Is this a VCR? A lot of electronic gadgets here, but what's an antenna doing here?
Oh, this simply will not do. Can I have you wandering around the door at will?
Yep!
It seems that your Mr. Wright is truly concerned about you.
Yes?
For now, I would suggest you remain cooperative. If you cannot, there are ways in which I can help you.
Ways? You mean...
Dead men tell no tales, how the saying goes, correct?
Dead?
For certain, I told you in our first meeting, I am an assassin.
No, wait, you're lying. I mean, an assassin with two-face fucking shit going on? Yeah, no way.
People not twice who they appear to be.
Anyway.
Mr. Nick?
Oh, yeah, pearls. My thoughts about my situation are psychically connected.
Mr. Edgeworth has left, you know.
Yeah, I was too busy staring at him. I have no choice believing Mr. On Guard. I think I should listen to the story one more time. Alright, let's get going too.
Okay.
Guys. Time Vid's bound's over today.
Aw.
Yeah. Too many questions I need to ask. Sorry, but I'm Phoenix Wright, a lawyer for one of the... You're Mr. Wright, you say? Oh, yeah. There's a message for you.
A message?
From Matt on God. Here you are.
What did he write? It's something really important?
I don't know. I can't read. So I'll tell him to read it to me. To Mr. Lawyer Dude, got something really important to tell you. Well, I'm feeling easy all of a sudden. Oh, Mr. Wright. So actually, I have a favor to ask of you. I had this cat named Shoo. I didn't put her a lot of food when I left the house, so he's probably pretty hungry. Think you could drop by my house and feed Shoo for me, dude? My house is a little ways down the hotel, alright?
This is terrible. Let's hurry. We have to feed this cat. I'm sure poor Shoo's stomach is growling by now.
Yeah, I guess. Oh boy. Oh boy.
All right, I've made an announcement. Hello. There will be like 30 more minutes of stream. Yeah. I've been accosted. It's doing a family thing, and now it's lingering on how long I'm gonna be here to do this. So, sad face. It's all right. It's fine. Go pick up this dude's cat. So storming a little. Time to break for the minigames? Yeah, exactly. To the degree! Yes, we will do Wordle and stuff. I enjoyed most of the stream. Alright? Why is it phrased that way? What did you not enjoy? what did you not like? I'm assuming we want this one and not, Excuse me. He did not like the end. I enjoyed all of the stream. Well, no, I'm just curious. I mean, you don't have to, like, feel pressure to be like, I loved all of it. It's just when you phrase it like, I enjoyed most of it. Did you not like it when I gloated? Is one of those things? Right.
Jesus Christ. I said most. Said busy and missing parts.
Oh, convenient.
I'm a smart boy.
A very bright shirt. Okay.
There we go.
The remainder of the
Which is gonna set me back on schedule. This is gonna be awkward.
So, in theory, tomorrow's stream will be more Phoenix Wright. He's on the offense. But Tuesday might be
Starfield. Because it's coming to Game Pass.
That's right. I'm gonna be another Starfield streamer.
Oh, you know what's okay? Me too. Doesn't it come out on the 5th? 6th. 5th. It's the 5th.
I mean, I'd be like 5th in the evening,
which would suck. In which case, I guess I'll be doing it on Tuesday as well, but... this is BattleBit. Bingo Brongo. Good game. Anyway. What in the... This isn't like... Angry Birds, is it? No, we've already had Angry Birds at some point. What is this? It has like candy. Candy house. Too colorful.
candy.
Candace Cane's Candy Factory. There's also Candy Crush. Does Candy Crush look like this? It does. Thanks, Mikey. I would have literally never guessed that. Literally ever. Anyway. Oh, this is Dave the Diver. This is 2 days, 4 hours, and you cannot stream it on Tuesday. Well, I guess Wednesday then. In theory, if today's this short, then I'm gonna need it. Anyway, flashbang. This is Wordle. We should not be spoiled, please, and just alt tab. Discuss a word, shall we? Let's go with no, I don't like that. Yes, I like that. Okay. Okay. I think that it ends like this. Is it this? No. That's not, they're missing a... I want to do like
that, but obviously it's 5 letters. Yeah, I was right. Necro baited me. I don't know why I actually did it. What makes you didn't solve it fewer guesses than me? That's the funny. Again, I don't know why I went for it. Like, I read it and I went no, and I thought, and I was like, I'm gonna go with plate. Fuck! Why did I say that? I thought Necro was messing with me, so I didn't even hear what he said. Thanks, Eagle. I have him spooked. I'm in his head. That's not terrible. Can you use that word in a sentence? The word that was the Wordle word? How am I messing that up? Jesus Christ. Wow. This is interesting. Yeah, there you go. Necro got it. My parents must await. For me, my parents are awaiting. Or awaiting. No, that's not how. Well. But it's normally, it's like, we must await. Justice awaits! You know, that kind of thing. It's kind of a weird shorthand way of saying, is waiting, or like, wait. But it's like, I guess it's still a verb, but it's different than wait. Like, I waited. I was left to await. Two days ago, freshman when I had 2 to 10, couldn't get the word. You gave up. Goodness gracious. Looks like word clouds. This word doesn't count. That's how you're phrasing it? What? Alright.
Head. Okay, an 8. Awaits with an S. That's fair. Head. What is head? I don't think that's it. No. Let's go with, like, office. Government. Organization. No. Head. So what, no head? Big. Mole. Look at that. Head. Chief. Boss. Head. Mouth? We've already passed that this is not about the body. Drop all relation to the human body. It is beyond that. Ooh, roof's pretty good. House? Okay. Neighborhood. No. House. Family. No. House. Attic? No. House. Head on, apply directly to the forehead. House. Building. Okay. Building. Construction. Home. Oh, house. Building. Beams? No. Building. Apartment. If you spell it correctly. No. Door. Whoa. Window? No. Doorknob? No. Door. Entrance? No, my God. Jesus Christ. Entry? Lock. Door. Exit. Door. What is the word that is most related to door? You call it a rotating door? That's just it. A rotating door. That's exactly what I call them. Automatic door, rotating door. Key? No. Door frame. No. Door. In the most baby sense of the word. Door. Do not think advanced. Do not think door frame. Do not think like hinges. Do not think doorknob. Door. Open. No. Baby words. What is a pet door? Adorable. Got him. Close. Wall? No. Screen. Nope, too advanced. Too advanced. Baby word. Door. Well, entrance isn't exactly a baby word either, but it's more vague than specifically. I don't think it's this. Like if I type in like wood, it's like, look, the door, wood. Knob. We already did doorknob, and doorknob was super, like, not it. Door. It's not window. When I think door, I immediately think window. Door. and entrance. Hall? Nope. Terrace, too advanced. Deck. Probably, nope, further actually. Way? I don't think so. Let's see when we say hallway. But no. Hall. Door. Hole. But a hole has nothing to do with a door. There's no fucking way. Where's Sylvie? Please. Hatch. Too advanced. Basic. Door. Entrance. Welcome. Doormat. No. Path. Oh. Life has many doors. Doorbell. Too advanced. Door. Basic components of a building. Stairs. Basic components of a building. Cellar to advanced. Basic components of a building, like the building blocks. Room. I have tried window. Window is here at number 59. Ceiling to advanced. Door. Foyer to advanced. Door. Stop trying to inflate my numbers. Door. Glass. No. Barricade. No. Door. Hotel? Trivago. Lock entrance door. We need a key. Yeah. Keyhole. Oh. Door. What is this song? The Beginner's Guide's soundtrack. The. Anyway. Stop. Door. Oh, that's it. Door. Song? No. Closet. No. Please. Door. Currently stuck on the first texto. I have guesses 3, 5, 8, 12, 13, 18, 19, and the count is at 95. Thank you for sharing your struggle with us. Very brave. Door. Can you believe that this song's from Ace Attorney? Well, more accurately, it's a cover of an Ace Attorney. Gate. And good job, Necro. Seiko, you've redeemed yourself. Congratulations. I'm very proud of you. Temple? Let's see out. Security.
Let me. I bet they cover that too. Hold on. What would it be? Let's see. This should be the same cover artist. Stop. Let's do Pursuit. Do you feel like AI is training you yet? No. I'm just learning that this is just the name of the series. Is the name of the series? Turnabout Jazz Soul. Okay. Turnabout Jazz Soul Pursuit. Did they do this? There's 10 videos of this. Court begins in Blue Note scale. Here's objection.
Oh. What the fuck? What the fuck, dude? Anyway. Here's the Steel Samurai.
Court begins with justice for all. Miles Edgeworth Great Revival. What is this?
Should we see something? No, I'm just listening to these. There's nothing of note.
Swinging the Tiger. Gun stipulations. Court begins. Blue Note scale. Never listen to that. Here's the one we listen to all the time. The Dark Coffee. Rise from Ashes End. Hoping to find like dee-dee-doo with jazz. Anyway.
Is it? I'm gonna go now. Let's listen to the Dr. Nick song.
Too late.
You guys have a good evening, have a good night. Sorry, this is a shorter than usual stream. Dr. Dick.
I don't want what he's prescribing.
See you guys tomorrow. Should be normal length to my knowledge.
Bye. I know, Sylvia, but goodbye.